QBE was started in Australia in the 1800s and is now one of the world's largest insurers and reinsurers. QBE are based in Australia and Asia Pacific, the Americas and in Europe. In Europe we are striving to be the leading insurer and reinsurer for business. And if we were listed on the UK Stock Exchange, we would be in the top 30 of companies. I've been working with AppSense for roughly 7 years. Previous to my role at QBE and at QBE using AppSense Performance Manager and Application Manager in their Citrix XenApp estate for roughly about the same amount of time. We've been using Performance Manager in our Citrix XenApp estate to control the amount of resources on the servers, ultimately to try and get the most number of users onto a server as possible. And we're using Application Manager to control unwanted execution of programs by users. Our use of Performance Manager has spread to our SQL estate, and as we're using AppSense products extensively in our environment, we've been able to negotiate an enterprise user-based license which will now cover all of our users across SQL, Zen Desktop, XenApp and our local desktops. QBE have recently embarked on a large change program to revolutionise our claims and underwriting systems. As a result, we've decided to outsource our development and operations team, and as a result of that, we've needed to deliver a desktop to our offshore development and support teams. We wanted to deliver a centrally managed desktop that could be provisioned easily and would consume as little storage as possible. We'd previously looked at desktop virtualization in the past, and this new use case provided the requirements to allow us to implement and go forward. We chose to use Citrix Zen Desktop 4 to help deliver our virtual desktops, as we were a previous user of Citrix XenApp, so we're quite comfortable with the Citrix toolsets. Most of our users are also going to be over a high latency link, so the use of the ICA protocol was quite important in delivering a good user experience. Initially we converted our existing desktop build to a virtual desktop using the existing architecture of logon scripts, group policies and roaming profiles. During testing, the logon times within this proved to be very slow. In order to improve performance, we created an optimized desktop build and used AppSense Environment Manager, Policy and Personalization. This improved performance, logon performance, by roughly a minute, which was marginally quicker than our existing desktop estate. By deploying AppSense User Virtualization, we're able to manage the user's profile and settings, whilst we used Citrix provisioning services to deploy a shared desktop whilst maintaining the user configuration between sessions. This had a dramatic impact on the amount of storage that we used. In comparison to traditional virtual machine cloning, we saved approximately 5 terabytes for the first 150 desktops deployed. We've been using AppSense and our Zen Desktop environment for approximately 8 months now, and users are still unaware that they're using a shared desktop image. More importantly, the improved functionality and supportability has meant that we can deploy new users very quickly. Where it would normally take us a week to deploy 20 users, we can now do that in a day. AppSense is a key component of our end-user computing strategy. We're an early adopter of Vista and went through that pain. We certainly don't want to do that again. So we're planning on using AppSense Environment Manager to aid our migration to Windows 7. Our vision is to deliver the best user experience to all QBE users relevant to their job function by delivering the appropriate desktop wherever they are. Ultimately, we want to give them the best user experience whether they're using Zen Desktop, XenApp or a local PC.